r/2XChromosomes. Anilad416 says, I'm 21 female, a CompSci student, and most of my classmates are misogynistic assholes, yet I have to keep interacting with them due to classes and shit. How do you deal with misogynistic assholes, especially in a STEM environment? One of my boyfriends is part of that group, not by choice, but again, due to shared courses. I used to think some of the guys, except one, was generally okay. He was polite, kind and reserved every time we spoke. Come to find out, due to my friend's screenshots, he always talks shit about me and another girl in class. Whenever he asks for my help and doesn't understand jack about what I'm explaining, he says stuff like this: "Bizatch, can't explain, I shouldn't have texted her, and should've gone to sleep, or now that she has slept she can actually explain for shit." My boyfriend defends me and tells him it's his fault for being stupid and not being focused in class. Also, the asshole tells my friend I'm only his friend because I'm using him to pass my classes. Most unhinged shit ever. I'm the one person that doesn't ask for shit as much as the others do. If I ever do ask for explanations and insight, it's for support in the course, never for cheating and passing courses with his efforts. My boyfriend is also part of this group, again, not by choice. My BF and my friend barely interact with these assholes. They always say stuff like "finish, frick, I'm her so you can work in the project." The level of disrespect is maddening. But I can't say shit, because he's a nice guy, so all of his comments are never directed at my face. I wish they were. The other girl is my friend too. However, recently, she has started to mingle with them a lot more. It's not really her fault, as I said. These guys are polite and welcoming when talking to you, so you're kind of fooled, unless you have screenshots. I've noticed that she has kind of fallen back and started trusting their every word when it comes to courses, and whenever I ask for help, she doesn't give me any. It's infuriating. I don't know if she knows, but if she knows, I hope to God she's aware that no woman is ever the exception to the rule when it comes to these assholes. I'm convinced they see a higher value in her than me, as they see me with heels and makeup, and I'm kind of a popular girl to them. I'm not dissing her at all, she's a lovely girl, I just hope she knows that they are not her friends by any means. When I tried explaining it to her, she said not with me, just different experiences. What are some ways you deal with assholes like these, when you know you can't just block them because you have group projects and shit? Jordan_the_tin woman says, I'm so sorry that you have to deal with this. I honestly think that if your boyfriend is seeing this stuff, then he needs to defend you way more. I'm pre-med and there is about a 70/30 split between guys and girls for our major at my school, and pretty much every guy I have classes with is really nice and respectful, so I don't have any real experience with this. I do think that it would be best if you just completely ignore the ones that are really rude and disrespectful as best you can, and definitely don't help them with anything that isn't assigned as group work. Even if you have to do group work, you may be able to show your professor screenshots of what they say and switch partners. If that doesn't work, you could go to the head of the department over it. I'm really sorry that you're going through this. Anilad416 says, they ate my boyfriend since he started dating me. They hated him before too, but now it's just ridiculous. They absolutely despise him and don't talk to him anymore, just my other friend, and he's the one sending me screenshots. My first language is not English, so I couldn't come up with a better word for friend that is a guy than boyfriend, hahaha. And he's basically oblivious to what's going on because he doesn't spend time with them. I don't mention it to him, because what's the use? Start a random fight in the middle of the classroom? They're all in a group chat, but my BF doesn't read it, he just opens it and gets out again. The only reason he's still there is the courses. And thank you for your sweet words though. I greatly appreciate the support of other women. Says. If they are saying this stuff on group chats, That is probably actionable behavior for the school. The school controls the chat site, right? So if you were able to get some screenshots of a misogynistic comments and take it to your school Title Ix office, if you are in the US, they would be able to take action. And the guys never have to know it was you. Joy Janaut says, my daughter was in computer engineering. Do you know how she gets even with those assholes? By being the top of her class. When they would start talking shit and being assholes, she would just get up and leave. She wouldn't act hurt or get upset. She would stand up and walk away. If they asked for her help, and they did, because her graduating average was 98% across the board, she would claim that she had her own work to do and was too busy or just ignore the text. One guy tried to give her shit and complained to the teacher that she wasn't a team player, but her work was so good they couldn't deny her. She got a job immediately after graduating, is going to work for 2 years, and then go for her master's degree. Says. That's not getting even. I mean, good for her, you should absolutely be proud. But this comment implies that the misogyny doesn't matter. It absolutely does. She had a positive learning experience stolen from her. Other girls or non-traditional boys might not be able or want to suffer through this cruelty. Even if the school doesn't take responsibility to change this behavior, we should never dismiss the fact that it's their failure to address it that allows this. Can you imagine if this bigoted behavior was so openly tolerated against a black person? It would shock people. I mean, I know it happens, but there is knowledge of who is responsible to address it. It's the school. Why is racial bigotry not acceptable, but gender bigotry is? r/2XChromosomes. No Theory and Range says, I will never be besties with men ever again. Let me preface by saying that I don't care that I'm generalizing. Yeah, not all men. But experiences have proven to me time and time again that friendships with men offer me zero benefit emotionally, and specifically close friendships. Men aren't as empathetic as women, have less morals, remain friends with shitty people /abusers/harassers, even if those people have hurt you personally, and they have shitty, toxic friendships with each other. I have the misfortune of being surrounded by man children as I do math and CS, so. Yeah, you can imagine the triple whammy of being a man, in your early 20s and a STEM major. Eek. I have had to baby and mother these men, be gaslit by them, gaslight myself to remain friends with them, and blame myself for shit that I wasn't responsible for. I always felt like it was my job to teach them how to be grown adults, and I gave them a lot of leeway, and yet, unsurprisingly, they remained man children. Male friends of mine have shamed me for having feelings, have made me feel crazy for setting boundaries, took advantage of me sexually when I was at my lowest points, stayed friends with people who took advantage of me, made me feel like crap for going through trauma or feeling suicidal, shamed me for bad grades, and shamed me for my looks. Male friends, no matter how close you are to them, think you owe them free emotional labor because they helped you out once or twice with homework or moving your stuff. Men have to seriously be the most insecure and dramatic people I've ever had to deal with. I've never had this much drama with women. I have no clue what some people are talking about when they say friendship with men is less drama. Men are disgustingly judgmental and toxic. Just ask a man about another man he doesn't like, or about his ex that he most likely mistreated lol. Even my own male siblings aren't necessarily people I fully trust or would be close with now that I'm an adult and seen how they are. Stop offering men your trust, vulnerability, time or emotional support. They do not deserve it. Give it to other women. We are more worthy of the love and empathy we hold for each other. If men want that, they need to work hard for it and earn it, or learn to have better quality friendships with their fellow males. Slow Burn says, I think this is a super extreme stance and very much colored by having to interact with dudes who are in computer science. They are the worst of the worst. Logical guys with zero social skills or emotional intelligence. Most of my friends are men and they have none of the qualities you're describing. Spidus says, from my experiences, as someone who has been the only female in several all-guys friend groups, I can absolutely confirm all of this. I only associate with them for gaming purposes anymore. I refuse to show vulnerability or emotion around them, because there's just no point. Osinski 2088 says, men aren't as empathetic as women, have less morals, remain friends with shitty people / abusers / harassers, even if those people have hurt you personally, and they have shitty, toxic friendships with each other. I have seen this from men all my life. Fluid_cardiologist 19 says, I'm in my mid-40s and have had many male friends, but can legitimately say that I really only have 2 real male BFFs that I've known over 30 years that are not like this, 2 others who are friends that are like brothers who are also not like this, and 1 other who I consider a good friend, but I don't talk to that often, and aren't like this. I've known all of these men 30 plus years, and 1 or 2 of them can still be idiots at times, but nothing like what's listed here. That's in over 40 years of being friends with a ton of men. Those are pretty pathetic stats. So, I concur. Half 3 Clips says, if you were busy being friends with these men, why did you expect men who aren't like that to be friends with you? Do you think they would be super eager to deal with your friends? If those friends were your sense of normal, do you think you wouldn't cheerfully enforce that normal on anyone else who passed through your social group? This is like surrounding yourself with women who think Mean Girls is a how-to guide and never grew up past high school, and wondering why all your relationships with women are so stunted. It's like having a cop around you at all times and wondering why you don't get invited to parties. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.